Hello and welcome. My name's Raisin from MinecraftHeads.com, and I wanted to give you a quick update on what was changing on the website during the last days. You might have recognized that we just made a very large update with 400 new heads and also an armor stand update with quite a few nice data packs. You might check out that elephant, it's just awesome. But you might also have wondered why we didn't do head releases during the last few weeks. Well, we had to go through an enormous backlog from the migration from version 1 to version 2. And we wanted to build the basis for the user collection on version 2.0 with those heads. So, first of all, what is the user collection? On version 1, we always decided which heads is published and which are not published. And of course, we only published the heads which really had the best quality at all. But basically, we also wanted to publish the heads which are still recognizable, and we wanted to have an opportunity to do this, but still we wanted to sort out a bit from the quality. So basically this is the foundation for the user collection. The user collection shows all the other heads which are still recognizable, but which might be a bit lower from the quality. So for example, here you see this police officer, the hair is just plain black, but basically it's still recognizable. Also those Pokeballs, for example, they don't have the second layer in use. This head also exists in the main collection with the second layer, and it's therefore the better one, but it's still there and it's still recognizable. So in the user collection, all the heads which are still recognizable, as what it should be, will end. And basically what we do here, we add a proper name, we add the proper category, and we add very basic tagging if it's for entertainment or for funds. This year, for example, the Master Ball will have the Pokeball tag, of course, or here Bane will have the DC and most likely the Batman tag, stuff like this. But we don't do the detailed tagging on the user collection. That's simply too much work for us. If you want to help us here, just add proper names and the proper category while you're submitting heads. In that case, you help us a lot. And you can also submit tags, or at least suggestions for tags, if you decide to submit your head as a registered user. You have more options here. Just for example, here, head command generator. You see you can add tags here if you're just registered. Okay. Another question which will most likely arise is the user collection delivered with the API? No, not in the moment. We just wanted to deliver the best heads with the API for now, but you all know the API will be redeveloped at a point, and most likely we will add options here, so you can decide which data you would like to get. Okay. Now let me show you an example on how to deal with all this. So let's switch to the main collection here and go back here. Okay, earlier if you went on a certain tag page, for example, or if you went for a search, you might have ended up on a page with this year no heads available. And we decided we wanted to help users which are not so into the technique of Minecraft heads. We would like to help them to find more heads. So first of all, you might have recognized you are in the player heads section here, and I guess most of you know player heads we have a lot less because they are player dependent, while the custom heads, they are player independent, and therefore we have many more. And so now you have here the proper hint, hey, you're in the player head section, you didn't find anything, just go to custom heads. You might find a bit more. And you can click here. Still, you don't find any heads. But still you have a second tip. Select the user collection or both collections. In the drop-down in the top right corner, you'll find a lot more heads. So let's go here. And here you go. We had a font. The font just had the base set of letters and was not the top highest standard. So we thought, okay, maybe we move that to the user collection. So this is one of the rare examples where we actually use tags in the user collection. I told you it's for entertainment and for fonts. But basically you see you can find more heads, and if you have a random search and you don't think you have enough heads or not the one which you wanted to search, just go for both collection, maybe you find more. That's the idea. So now let me switch account. I'm now on my Patreon Gold account, and you might see, hey, there's even more. I mean, we had like 60,000 heads here in the main collection, and if I go here, we have even 62,000 heads. So what's happening here, and why are there those blue, the blue shadows basically? Also, same here. You see the armor stands, we have more. We have the one with the blue, and the elephant, which I mentioned at the beginning, is down here. So what just happened? Well, basically, the Patreon goals have early access from now on to all the content that we have ready for publish. Right now, this is quite much indeed, because we had this enormous backlog of, I think, like 8,000 heads, and we just made this release with 400 heads, and there will be other releases upcoming, of course. But now the Patreon goals, they can also directly view the content as soon as it's scheduled for release. This means it might not be perfect, so there might be a few other tags missing, the name might be missing, basically stuff like this. Also for the armor stands, maybe we change the name, maybe we change the description, but basically the data pack works. So you can still get them, you can download them. Here, for example, we will change the image. Obviously, this is just a very raw image. But you can already access this because it's basically working. The data packs are working, and the heads, the commands obviously work, of course. I mean, they are independent from the website. They just need the server. But you can still browse within the early access of the content already. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for the new features. I hope you liked it. Give me feedback on the website or below the video, and see you next time. Goodbye.